we gonna be able to see how creative Brian Johnson can be. This gonna be a true test too for him. Not just the continuity, but this gonna be a true test to be able to see him going against one of the best defensive minded coaches in the NFL.
Can you feel that? That thing is beating your doggone chest up.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Eagles Nation? I'm D Gifted 314. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Smoking with the Birds. Because, man, I got a lot to get off my chest, dog. I got a lot to get off my chest, but I was happy about the Eagles 25-20 victory, you know what I'm saying? So I did give myself a chance to celebrate and take it all in, and I was drinking on that hen dog, before and after the game. So I was feeling good at the end to just be able to take a deep breath and be happy that we are 1-0. But Eagles Nation, we already know we got bigger expectations and bigger goals, and this is just one game of the season. And so with that said, I don't want to overreact. But I'm going to talk about the good, but I got to talk about the bad too. And with this game, man, I don't know if I should start with the good or if I start with the bad. But really, I'm just go with how I feel right now because the bad is on my mind. The bad is on my mind, so I'm going to start off with the bad. And really, I went into this game really expecting Brian Johnson to, really show us what he about. I went into this game saying that I wanted to see Brian Johnson be creative and really go up against Bill Belichick, a great defensive-minded coach. And Brian Johnson got outcoached, period. Play calling, whatever you want to call it, his role, he failed. I was expecting to see a whole lot more from this offense, and goddamn, he was getting outcoached. I mean, Bill Belichick is a great, and he was even throwing out stuff that I heard Tony Romo saying that he ain't never seen. Defensive coverage he ain't never even seen. So, it was definitely a tough task, but still, with the weapons that we got on this team, man, to be in a position we as Eagles Nation was expecting to see Brian Johnson really show us what he was about and be creative, do what he has to do to get guys open, scheme guys open, or you know what I'm saying? And it was definitely not the case. It was a lot of run heavy, it seemed like, with Jalen Hurts, which I did not like, you know what I'm saying? Putting Jalen Hurts in harm's way like that, and it eventually cost us. He eventually fumbled the ball, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking we got all these running backs. Why in these situations are we giving it to Jalen Hurts right there? I mean, especially in times where it's not even a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if it was a surprise, but we all know, like, damn, I'm hoping. Please don't do this shit again. Please don't run it again. And they did it again. So really it was a predictable offense, and I'm really disappointed in what I saw in Brian Johnson. Jalen Hurts said after the game that they are still trying to find their identity, with new players and all this. Well, you better find it quick because that was not going to cut it. Now, Devontae Smith and other people on the offense said that, Bill definitely made it difficult. But no excuses. We was held to 4 or 5 straight 3-and-outs. Unacceptable. They did something that no team has ever been able to do against Jalen Hurts, and that's force him to be for 4 straight 3-and-outs. You know what I'm saying? Never been done. Brian Johnson, what is going on? Why is that? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't care about disguises and all this extra stuff. Get it done. That was not good at all. I expected us to be able to score at least 30 points. We scored 25, but shit, the defense helped us out a whole lot. And speaking of the defense, it wasn't all good either. You had the linebackers. Once Nakobe Dean went out, the middle of that field definitely got ate up, definitely got torched. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at that like, man, this could be a weak spot for the whole season, because this is the first game of the season. We got to get it corrected, because other teams are definitely going to watch the tape and they going to do the same exact thing. We got to get the middle of this defense good. I don't know how long the Kobe Dean going to be out. You know what I'm saying? It was really surprising to see my dude go down. I hope that he comes back and fast, because we can't afford it, man. I think as soon as he went out, you heard the commentators even saying, damn, these linebackers getting moved so easily with watching the quarterback. They getting moved around like joysticks. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, we might be in special need of a linebacker pretty soon. And like I said, I don't want to be, overreacting first game of the season, woo wop. But man, listen, Howie Roseman see that shit, and you know what happened when he see stuff early. He try to make something happen. We don't take no L's, man. We don't take no L's. When we see weak spots, we attack them. So yeah, linebacker might be a position that we gonna have to fix and correct, because goddamn, that was terrible. Then, speaking of terrible, it was terrible seeing Jalen Hurts fumble the ball. What's that? Jalen Hurts fumbling the ball. Come on, man. I mean, I expected us to pick up where we left off, but damn, I ain't mean the fumble too. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit in the past. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that no more. I was confident the whole time in Jalen Hurts, but that game I just started. It was really the first time where I was like, damn, they might have Jalen Hurts' number already. They had goddamn forced them 4 straight 3-and-outs. I'm looking at it like, damn, they might have his number. And so for him to put us in that position and fumble the ball, I had lost confidence. I had to put my confidence in the defense. And I can't say that happens a lot when since Jalen Hurts has been the quarterback. I can't say that I have had to put my confidence in the defense to win us the game. That doesn't happen a whole lot. Usually when Jalen Hurts gets a chance to close out the game, he closes it out. And so I'm really looking to see him next time he get an opportunity to close the game out, to close it out, because fumbling the ball, that extended the game. That's what made it go down to the wire. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Hurts, man, got to get it together. So, it was a lot, man. Defense was good, later in the game, but early in the game, man, I was really seeing Mac Jones do whatever he wanted to do, especially after he was able to settle down. So, it wasn't all bad. Like I said, they did get good. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go over to the good side, man, because there was some good. I ain't going to just be all bad. Jordan Davis. Let's talk about him. Forcing a fumble. Already Georgia Bulldog making plays, dog. Making plays all over the field. I love to see it, because one of the things that I expected Jordan Davis to do was show his growth. Especially with Jalen Carter coming in the game. A lot of times with the amount of pressure that he's going to be generating, he's going to get doubled. So Jordan Davis might get a lot more opportunities one-on-one. So it was super good, and it felt real good to see him making plays, dog. Making plays. And as I mentioned, Jalen Carter, already immediate impact. You can't talk about this game without mentioning Jalen Carter. This dude was basically one of the key reasons we won this game, because it was always immediate pressure in Mac Jones' face. We needed to shake this dude. We needed to get him off his spot, because if he had chances back there, he was cooking us. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Carter, man, should have been probably defensive player of the game next to Big Play Slay, because Big Play did make probably the biggest play in the game. But yeah, another good thing, the defensive line just in general, not just Jalen Carter, but the defensive line in general I felt ferocious. They was really getting after. You saw it time and time again that was the strongest point of our team. Period. The strongest point. So I liked it what I saw, and it gave me confidence because the New England Patriots offensive line is a good offensive line. So for them to show up like that, I'm gonna say, damn, we did hella good. I mean, Patriots offensive line, it ain't that good, but hey, they stood up and they came out with a game plan and they executed. So Mac Jones definitely had time. And another good thing, I would say Sidney Brown, he showed up. Sidney Brown, that was another guy that showed up and showed out. I love to see it because really, our special teams I thought was gonna take a hit, but he showed up on the punt. This dude blowing up shit. Josh Jobe, the same deal, going down there on punt, blowing up shit, and we needed that. Because early I thought the special teams was finna really be, a weak spot, especially with them returning it. I was like, God damn, punt team, the punt and the kickoff team really struggling right now. But later in the game, you saw Sidney Brown and Josh Jobe really show up. Another bright spot on the team that I saw, Kenneth Gainwell. They gave this dude plenty of time, plenty of chances to show why he's that guy, and he made a huge third down pickup, where they gave it to him, and he used a lot of strength. Kenneth Gainwell I saw a lot of strength from Kenny Gainwell in this game that I really like, and really was a surprise because I never saw him as a power back, but he definitely showed the ability to add power to his run game. And another bright side on the offensive side of the ball was Devontae Smith. It seemed like he was unguardable. I was like, God damn, what they gonna do with him? He was obviously the most important wide receiver that day. It was Devontae Smith day. AJ Brown did pick up later on in the fourth quarter, but I was like, damn, it's a flip flop from how it was last season, because last season Devontae Smith ain't get a catch the whole first game, and it was looking like AJ Brown was finna be experiencing the same thing, but he got in there and he made some key plays as well. Now I can't talk about the good side without mentioning that boy Jake Elliott. I cannot do it. Jake Elliott, y'all need to start putting more respect on this man's name, because Jake Elliott, man, really won us the game. He should get the damn game ball, them and the defense. Goddamn me, but without Jake, we ain't getting them points. And with the conditions that it was, man, Jake time and time again just continues to show why, hey, he's the captain on this team. No matter what, he goes out there, execute, and does his job. You know what I'm saying? And really, he never lets us down. I'm always confident in Jake, and if he miss it, I just say, goddamn, well, he miss it. Everybody miss sometimes, but for the most part, Jake is that dude, and I just gotta give him my respect, because I don't think a lot of times people give Jake his respect, or give their kickers period that much respect. So yeah, man, Jake Elliott, game ball from me, dog, because the conditions, and you knew that we needed every point that we could get in this game. And yeah, man, so like I said, it was a lot of good, a lot of bad in this game, but I'm just happy that we was able to come out with the victory. But we have to be honest, Eagles Nation, we expected way more. We got bigger aspirations, so you can call it an overreaction for one game, but regardless of the facts, things have to change. Things have to change. Otherwise, we going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Fuck last season. We got to fix stuff now. And so it's a short week. These guys got to put this week behind us. We play the Minnesota Vikings. I'm already on to the next game because this wasn't satisfying enough. I'm already on to the next game. So with that being said, man, let me know y'all thoughts about the game. Let me know, how you feel coming out of it. I mean, I know you feel good, but what's some things that you think we have to work on? And are you afraid Brian Johnson is over his head, or we overlook Brian Johnson and he might be a weak spot on this team? So, like I said, let me know what you guys think, man. Until next time, deuces.